Alright, morning everybody. We're back on this 4030 today. This is the story that never ends around here. I think this tractor is going to have to be the mascot of this farm because we will never be able to afford to get rid of it. So I've got Chad over here today. He's over there putting the two-speed back together. We're going to attempt to get this thing back together as far as we can today. And I'm going to put this thing on time lapse and go from there. Alright, so Chad just slid the two-speed back in there. That two-speed assembly, that's kind of what that looks like. After it goes back in, we got the clutch assembly back on this side of the tractor. It's all seems to be good right now and free. Everything's spinning like it should be. So shocker, John Deere didn't give us all the stuff we need. We're missing one little washer that goes kind of in the middle of all this mess. So we got Grandpa and Ford on their way to the fryer right now to get the washer. Hopefully they have the right one over there. It's stuck here pretty soon. So we're going to keep working on this while they're in fryer, and pretty soon, as soon as we get done up there, we'll be back here starting to put this back in together, the PTO and all that. Hope it's been informative. They had another life, had another mission. They gotta make that incredible decision. He's back here working on the PTO side. I'm gonna change out this bearing with a nice new bearing. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, so like I said a minute ago, John Deere didn't send us all the stuff we needed, so Grandpa and Ford are on their way to Pryor. Hopefully they can get the little O-ring that we need, and that PTO bearing disassembly assembly I was just showing you. Well, that whole bearing's not being real friendly coming out. So I'm on my way over to my shop on the other side of this place to get my slide hammer. And what that slide hammer will allow us to do is get something behind that bearing, and to be able to use the slide part of that hammer with weight on it to try to free that bearing out of there, kind of work it around. Those tolerances are so tight on those type of housing that you can't get off any. You got to keep everything pretty square. So anyway, that's kind of where I'm headed right now, over to get that slide hammer, and then we'll be back at it. Slide hammer box. Alright. Everybody should have a pack and play in their shop, right? Kind of difficult to do this stuff one-handed. Yeah, that's hard. All Alright, so I just got the slide hammer, headed back to the other side of the place, to the other shop, and hopefully get that bearing out pretty easy. So this is just kind of what it's like when we're working on this equipment. You know, you never know what you're going to need. What you need is never where you need it at. So it's kind of a go hunt and find it type of thing. You know, I fully thought that all of our parts were here this morning, and then the mechanic shows up, Chad, and he's like, hey, we're missing this 30-cent O-ring that goes in the middle of all this assembly. Do we really want to put this together without it? No, that's the answer to that. Alright, well, we got that bearing out of there. Getting ready to go in with the new one. I really wish we would have got that on film because it was kind of hilarious. Alright, we just got this back end wrapped up, put back together. All new O-rings and bearings and all that good stuff. Far less parts on the table at the moment. There's a hole in there, but it just goes all the way in. I can't reach it closely. But these other sides, they're way out. That's what I don't understand.
That's what holds the 2-speed up. So I'm sure it's got to come up just a little bit.